So this is my diagram of what it's gonna look like. These are all 1x4" pieces. 4 of them are 5 feet long. 2 of them, 1, 2, are 4 feet long. And then this is an offcut. In here, got some provincial wood stain and polyurethane clear satin finish. So we have the drill and we do have a drill bit. Okay, drill and 1 1/4 inch length screws. So here's how much everything costs, and as you can see, my total came out to less than $50 because I already had a drill and screws. But if you do need to buy a drill and screws, you can still make this for around $80, which is still cheaper than if you were to buy it. So to begin, I'm just going to mark where I'm going to drill my pallet holes on the wood. So I'm doing mine 1 inch from the edge and 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom. And then I'm placing the 5 foot long horizontal pieces across the 4 foot long vertical pieces. So I want my slats to be about 1 inch apart, so I'm measuring the distance between the pieces and then marking the lines where the wood meets, as well as marking where I'm going to drill the pallet holes on the vertical pieces of wood so that I can attach everything together without the wood splitting. So here's what my markings look like, and this is what everything should look like once it's screwed together. So now I'm drilling the pallet holes into the 5 foot horizontal pieces of wood, and I'm going to be drilling these all the way through the wood, and I'm just using a piece of wood underneath just so I don't drill through my floor. And for the vertical pieces of wood, I'm only going to be drilling halfway down because the screws are only 1 1/4 inch, so they're not going to go all the way through. So now that all my pallet holes are drilled, I'm going to start screwing everything together. You can also use wood glue if you would like, but I didn't want to make this permanent. I wanted to be able to unscrew it if I wanted to, so I only use screws. So here's what everything looks like all screwed together, and now it's time to apply the stain. So I just laid out some garbage bags on my floor to protect it from the stain, and I laid the wood down. I used about 1 can of the 8-ounce provincial wood stain. As you guys saw in the clip before, I did buy another can because I thought that I would need it, but only 1 can was good enough to do 2 coats of this. So I just went ahead and I applied the coat of the stain with a brush, and then I smoothed it all out with a piece of paper towel. You can also use a rag, but I just had a paper towel on hand, and I just did this for all the pieces on the front and the back, and I let this dry for about 2 hours, and then I came back and applied a second coat, let that dry for 2 hours, and then I applied the first coat of the polyurethane satin finish, which looks like this, and then I sanded that down and applied a second coat to finish it off. So here's what it looks like all done. So now that my headboard is finally dry, I did a coat of the clear satin finish, and then I sanded it down and did another coat to finish it off and let it dry for a couple hours, and now I'm going to finally put it behind my bed, and I'm so excited because I literally haven't had a headboard in like 10 years. So, and I built this one all by myself, and I've been wanting it for a long time. So I'm gonna go put my headboard in my room and show you guys the final look. Oh my god, it looks so freaking good. Oh my god, yes. Push my bed back into place. So I put my headboard behind the bed, and it looks so good, and it's perfect because I have these little side tables here. Well, I have one of them here, and the other one is somewhere else in my room, but I stained them the same color, so now I have a little matching set, and I'm so happy with the way this turned out.